I'm saying, no, I'm saying.
Well,
No,
we
I'm saying.
back. It feels good to be back. Welcome to Off the Parkway podcast. I'm your host, James, with our two hosts to the left and the right, the Newark brothers, Big Sue to my left, Jamal to my right. We are in the building. This is
What
episode
up?
40.
What up,
Welcome back,
man?
fellas. Welcome back. How
Yeah,
y'all
man,
feeling?
good, man. You know, was off for a little bit, chilling with my Vietnam peoples. Had to
You
go
went
out
over?
there. Yeah, man. I had to go out there, man, see what was up with the peeps, my off the Parkway Vietnam peeps. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Had a little break, but we back, man. Ready to get some good conversation in.
That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? How you feeling, Mal?
I'm good, man. I think we've been complaining about weather, so God said I'm gonna give y'all what you're asking for. To two heat wave days back to back, man. But no complaints there. I'm days is going by so fast now. I'm not even realizing like within a month school gonna be over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Couple weeks.
Yeah, then you gotta start preparing for the summertime. So, but the same routine goes with me. Trying to stay healthy, stay in the gym, mind my own business besides what we talk about on here. That's other people's business.
Hey, man. I know for myself, man, I've been under the weather these past few days, man. Just trying to get right. This summertime, this summertime weather right now making me feel like, a little energized, makes me feel
Is it
good. So,
Australia?
Australia.
You said you was
What
down.
about
You
Australia?
said it down. You said you was down under.
Yeah.
No, I said I was under the weather.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Honest mistake.
Yeah.
Was it?
It's passport, bro. So shit. I know my bad.
Okay, but anyway, I'm feeling better today. But for our audience out there, what was that?
Listen, that's somebody outside that decided they want to be a disruption. Like we don't even got that kind out here.
But to the audience out there, man, hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, man. We on IG, we on YouTube, we on TikTok. Anywhere you call home for your socials, look us up in that search bar.
Word, man.
Podcast, and
Come
we will
fuck
be
with
there.
it, man.
That's right. And if you like the content, man, and you got topics that you want us to discuss, hit that inbox and hit us up. Or if you want to just show your support for the page, hit the inbox, take a video of yourself or whatever and send it to us. We appreciate it, So
Yeah.
I seen Maul's little story out there on Facebook. He was out there supporting the prom thing. You know what I mean? And then you also got Mr. Muhammad over here, Big Sue. He was out there supporting this prom thing too. So it's prom season. Tell me, man, is it different from our days or what? What's going on? I don't have kids.
So you can start it off. You got
man,
one that's active.
It is quite different, man. It's different. It's first of all, let's go off what we see, or if you pull up your timeline. And man, listen, man, it's really just us. Our community, man, that just do things over the top, man. We just do too much, man. I done seen people do a whole thing where they done rented out a damn helicopter, a private jet, just to take pictures inside of them, so they could just step off the airplane or step out the helicopter. These elaborate entrances or setups. And now the dudes and they different kind of suits. I seen a dude with a Homelander cape, like a like a superhero cape behind their suit, man. Like they going crazy with it, man. And it just man, it's us, man. Us black folks, man. We tend to go over top, but that's what I seen. But as far as Like my daughter, she just had her prom or whatever, and I would like to say it was very tasteful. Her dress was very tasteful. Was it nothing that was crazy and nothing like that? And it's different, man. She decided to go with a bunch of her friends, and that just seemed to be a theme where a lot of these kids they do that now, where they just go with their friends, and
No
if
more,
they,
no more dates. Dates is
yeah,
over.
even if they're in a relationship, they still just go with their friends. Like it is they're like meet them at the prom, but they want to go out with their with their girls or whatever. And I'm assuming that it's like that with the guys too. So that was it was crazy to find that out like that it's done like that now, man. But it's pretty cool, I thought my daughter, she well, first shout out to my wife, man. The way she set up everything, it's special for her. She set up the basement to be a little, kind of a makeup room and a whole thing to get ready with her friends. Because all her friends came to the house and got dressed and ready here. Me was completely hands off. I had nothing to do with anything. Stayed away. So my wife,
Smart move.
took
Smart move.
she took on all that stress and she did it and made it super dope for it created a super memory for Ava, and that was cool, man. Like my wife went above and beyond to set things up in the house, outside the house, just and she's very detailed, so she did her thing with that. So it was a great experience. My daughter enjoyed it, you know. And yeah, man, this is a little different though.
Yeah, I was yeah, so I was at one, of course. One of my boys, his daughter, and it's crazy because we kind of like watched her grow up and kind of start feeling old. Once you hit the prom, then it's like prom, graduation, stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it start to age you a little bit. But what I would say about theirs, right? At both of yours as well, like you said, very tasteful, very classy. And throwback in a sense to what we are kind of used to before it started to go over the top, like ours, like our prom. Where yeah, they had nice dresses, but it wasn't stripper like or anything like that. The girls look like young ladies instead of like, whatever else you want to describe them as, being fast or something like that. So um but it was cool. I think everybody's gonna have an entrance. Of course certain things are gonna change with the times, like you said. So like, now they're not really going with dates. I did see a lot of that. Um but it is like when you go online because it's prom season, you see a lot of the stuff on TikToks and Instagram, stuff like that. Some of that over the top stuff, man, I actually think it's dangerous, man, in a way, man. Like you letting these kids post with thousands of dollars doing the money phones and stuff like that. Like it's
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's prop money or what. Like I don't know. I hope it is. But it but I know with some people, in terms of just looking at it from a priority standpoint, it's people who really don't got it that go above and beyond. Like
yeah,
like so it's almost like, I'm gonna sacrifice this, which is something that they may honestly need, um, to make sure that this kid has the prom that they feel as though that they should have. Like at the end of the day, like you gonna max out your credit card to go crazy behind the prom. Like I think you need to kind of um revisit your priorities and things like that. But it was good to see the kids happy, even if it's just for that day, and then they gotta kind of come back to reality. But it was good to see kids out there going to the prom. I guess the next step is graduation. But some of the proms look like weddings
yeah,
or receptions or something extravagant, like a Met Gala or something like that. And I don't think you can do that cheaply. Right? I think it costs, like, to do that, and it's when you look around, because I'm one of the people that may look around at the pictures in the background. Y'all in the hood doing this, man. Like, so if you spent like uh $3,000 to $5,000 on the prom, I think you're bugging. But that's just me.
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember the days of back in the day where junior prom, I had a tuxedo, and we was happy to have the limo.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Senior year, we bought suits. You know what I mean? So we bought the custom suits, whatever. I had the pinstripes. I had the cherry and white pinstripes. Never forget that. Stepped in mud. Stepped in mud too. It was raining that day too, with the red and white, with the cherry and white shoes. So definitely stepped in mud. So, but
Red bottoms.
yeah, it wasn't no red bottoms, did buddy? I can tell you that much. But the thing is, we was just happy to have the limos. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
Because you just getting there, because
I mean,
Marriage Prom.
that used to be a bucket list thing. You got to ride in the limo. The only time we go
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
limos is
yeah.
during funerals, man. So like,
yeah,
And it's funny because a little bit of Joe Button was talking about on his pod about being at the Marriage Prom because he was at our junior prom. I think it
okay,
was junior prom. I don't think he came to senior prom, but he went to junior prom. I know for sure. And he was talking about the hush puppies he had on. He was the flyest in Marriage Prom, which was bullshit. He was not the flyest in the prom. So, you know what I mean? If I can find the pictures, I'll send it to his page too. So he can laugh at them. But, you know what I mean? It was all about just getting dressed and we didn't have all that money to spend. We just wanted to be there and enjoy
yeah.
the party, and that was it.
It
What you do afterwards,
it was a teenage night out.
that was it.
That's more so what it was. Like, so this is, and it's like you got to go out. You probably, some people was probably going to drink something, but you really got to be out on the town and go wherever that limo took you. Like, probably you could tell it to go to the city because you probably got it for a certain amount of hours or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, yeah, yeah.
So let me ask y'all this: is all the extracurricular activities that goes along with this prom, is it more for the parents or for the kids?
So I think the parents want to say I did this for my kid. I believe, like, I think there's a little bit of that, and they also want, because of how things are, they want the best for their kids. So I think it's some of that too. Um, so sort of like, you when you got some people that have these small little babies and they're buying them every Air Jordan, like you. I don't think that is wrong. You want your kid to have the best, whatever. Do they have to have it? No. But it's like, no, my kid wants this, and I'm gonna go over the top for my kid. And and we got to keep in mind too. Like, I mean, for me growing up, like, I'm definitely not here. And I'm not gonna shame like my parents or anything like that. They couldn't do that. Right, so they couldn't do over the top, and I think parents now, they might have some that may go above and beyond and may do a little too much, but they're able to. Like you see a lot of kids now, $200 sneakers, they're able to do this now. More so when our parents who grew up during the epidemic, we know what was going on around those times and how difficult it was and stuff like that. So we probably it would have been crazy. Like, it would have been crazy for you to say, "Mom, you know what? I want to go to the prom in a Lamborghini." We probably didn't even know that we could rent one, right? But we definitely didn't have the means to do it. So I think some of the parents just want to do what's best, like do what's best for their kid, want them to have the greatest moment possible, and I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I think the intent is, to answer your question is like, is it for the parents, or is this for the kid? I think the intent is for the parent to make it special for their kid.
Mm,
Now, what could end up happening is, a kid you might have a kid who's not really so into a lot of things. So then the parent is pushing a lot of stuff on them. "Hey, oh, you should do this, you should do that." And the kid can be like, "I don't want to do that, I just want to do this." Like, no, no, it's gonna look silly if you do it like that. "Oh, you should wear
Mhm.
your hair like this, you should wear your hair like this." And the kid can be like, "No, I want to do it like no, why would you do this? Why don't you?" And it can look like it's, the parent, whatever, but like we've been through the whole process. We know our kids up and down. We know what's going on and what don't, and we got more confidence for them than they have for themselves. So
yeah,
it becomes a thing where it can look like you try to control things, but you know, and then it can ultimately look like it's for the parents. But I think it's because the intent is to make it special for the kid. So I always try to look at the intent even with mods, like doing mods, I had those conversations leading up to the prom, leading up to things like, look, like to have this. Oh, you want to do this? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for her. They're like, all right, did you talk to her first? She gonna like it. Did you talk to her first? You know what I mean? Like, no, not yet. Have a conversation with her first. Don't just assume that because you
Mm.
think you're gonna have this
Mhm.
great idea, and because it's okay in your mind, it might not be for her. And don't force nothing on her that she don't want to do. And that could be
You
with
gonna
anybody.
disappoint both of y'all.
Yep, yep. So that was a lot of me doing the that's how I that's how I contributed. I'll be like, look, you can have these ideas, but talk to her first. Like, don't just do nothing because you're gonna set yourself up for disappointment if you present something thinking she's gonna be okay with it. Then you get your feelings hurt when she's like, and then you're like, what? So yeah, the intent.
Yeah. So good point that you made, Maul, is that we didn't know that we could do certain things. So like certain things like renting out the Lamborghinis and stuff like that. I would have never thought about
Mm.
these walkouts and
It
stuff
was
like that.
it was limos.
Yeah, it was
Those
just
limos.
limos.
Yeah,
That
You
was
never really
that
thought of,
was the right there.
yeah, you would never think about having this big uh walkout where everything's decorated and all that stuff. We would never thought about that back then. We thought about simple things of just, I just want to get there. I just want to get away from my parents. I don't want to stay around them. I want to get out. You know what I mean? We had to take the pictures that we had to take, but that was it. We was ready to go. I was ready to get in that damn limo and be out. What's the face for, buddy?
because now that I think about it, this might have been another day I didn't see nobody. Oh, wait a minute. I'm t-
Oh
I
my
think I
god!
walked from 11th Street to because I went to
No, you
I
did
went
not
with
walk 11th Street.
I went with my sister Talk. So I think I walked from 11th Street down by the Head and Terrace and got in the car with them because I almost didn't go because I ain't had no ride. Yeah, this is rough.
Sir, you did
Oh
not
man.
walk.
I definitely walked down the street. I ain't had no ride.
Mm.
So my thing, I thought I was gonna ask my aunt. My aunt had the Mitsubishi truck. I was gonna ask her, can I drive it? But I had no license. She was like, pretty much, you lost your mind. Like, you're not taking my car. Like, so that messed up. And I was banking on that. So, sheesh.
That's
Oh
hilarious.
man,
Y'all
that's
Yeah.
crazy, man. But
that,
you know what I mean? Prom is special, man. You always will remember it, man.
definitely.
So
Right,
always
right.
will. I'll never forget
Um,
it. I-
how do your prom dates look today?
Ooh.
My prom day still looking good after all these years, man. So shout out. She's still looking good, man.
Okay, okay.
I don't know about my senior year one. My junior prom was still look good.
The senior one.
I don't know about junior. I haven't seen her since then, probably.
Damn.
Damn. Hey,
Yeah,
wait,
I
Was
wait,
have
that
wait.
no
was
idea.
that was that was that your girl that you had with in school, in college, that you went
The
to the
no
prom with? I
junior
forgot.
prom.
Okay, all right.
No. You talking about no, see, I was supposed to go with a little bit of Brooke and
Yeah.
for senior prom, but her mom wouldn't let her go.
Okay.
So I had to go with somebody else
Uh,
and what you call it. So and then junior year I went with this girl in Indiana. She was
okay.
from she actually lived at the Statue of Liberty.
Mm.
So but both L's. Both L's. Just want to report. Just want to
Ah,
report both L's, you know what I mean? On '04 prom. Just want to mention that too. You know what I
okay.
mean? So, you know what I mean? I can't speak for you guys, but I just want to make sure
Sorry.
I put that out there. I was '04 prom. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. But yeah, so let's move on, man. We got a lot of stuff that going on in the world of sports, man. Let's hit with this NBA stuff. We got MVP. Do we agree with Shay? Do we all agree?
Yeah.
shit. After last night, I don't know.
Listen. If they would,
Damn.
if they would have waited till today to give it out, he would. He might not have got that shit.
No, I mean, but like, I think that shit. I mean, well, they was the best team. He's the best player on the best team. Um, his stats back up
Yeah.
his, everything that goes with it. Shea is a bad mofo, man. So you know what? Let him get it now because he ain't gonna see another one from here. And I don't know who else gonna see another one from here. Because shoot, I guess we're gonna get up. We're gonna talk about Wimby in a second, but Shay, I'm okay with him getting that. I'm okay with him getting the MVP. So this is back to back.
Yeah,
It's
back to
kind
back.
of like that now, right? Where you get these dudes who kind of like the best player in the league at that time, and they giving them two in a row. They did that with Jokic, and B would have probably got two, but he couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
But like Giannis, they did it with him, like and,
Steph.
and yeah, yeah,
Steph is the only unanimous one though.
yeah, that was some bullshit. But
No, I think it was justified. It was cool.
nah, bullshit. But yeah, no, but nah, but I'm all right with Shea, man. He deserved it. Shout out to them. Shout out, he been doing this thing for the last. He been certainly top 3 in the league the last 3 years or so. So
Yeah, I think, and listen, I like what he said. Like, yo, listen, I got all the answers. I just need to see the test. And he's going out there and destroying on a nightly basis. And he also is delivering in the clutch. He's the clutch performer too of the year. Right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the clutch performer of the year, so if you're gonna be this MVP guy, yeah, there's gonna be some tough moments and your team need to be able to count on you. And clearly you've shown that you can deliver in those clutch moments. So yeah, I definitely don't have any disagreement with him getting it. Yeah, I mean you could have went another way with like Wemby because they wasn't supposed to be really like this right now. So I wouldn't have been mad if Wemby got it either. So yeah, I mean it's cool. But just Shay getting it, congrats to him. That's dope.
Now, what do y'all think about this? The last American MVP holder was James Harden.
damn,
2017, 2018
wow,
season.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And you
That's
know what?
straight.
You know what? Somebody mentioned it too. It's like, yo, the foreigners are taking over the foreign, like they're taking over European players, right? Or international players. But when you think about it, there was Kevin Garnett, he's like, it's a handful that's dominant, right? So like USA is still USA in essence, and we have a lot of good players. It's just that you got the elites like Joker, Giannis, shit. I mean, even Embiid ain't from here. Like so like you have a lot of not a lot, but you have those handful of international players are elite.
The thing is, but like the Embiids and the Shays, they played in the States, though. They got good
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now Jokic, Giannis, they played over there. They played in the pros over there. Cool. You know what I mean? They're international players, but but whatever. It's still not from the USA. So, but that's the trend is going continue to go next year because Wemby ain't gonna be giving that trophy up no time soon, bro.
No.
And the only thing that can stop that man is injury.
Yeah. A lot of people still think Ant has a good chance
And
of
and
getting
this is
MVP.
when though he ain't touching it.
I
He
tell
ain't
you.
unless they get tired of giving it to Wemby. He ain't touching it. That's gonna be Wemby's trophy for the next couple.
Well,
Unless he get injured.
let's get right to it then, man. Game 1, OKC and the Spurs. Spurs pull out the win in double overtime. Wemby was a monster out there, man.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel?
Like I never, and it ain't like this came out the blue. Like Wemby been kind of doing this all year, and he showed flashes last year until he got hurt and all that stuff. Like, so we knew what this was coming up to be. So now he's starting to get to that part right there, and the thing about Wemby is outside of all right, you got the what he is a 7'5" super skilled guard in a huge body. Pause. And he's coming in with skill, but his mentality is like
Yeah.
he's arrogant, and he knows he's good, and he's not making it a secret, and he's not making it a secret for what he's going for. He wants to be the face of the league. He wants to be known as the best player in the league. You know what I mean? And like he said himself, they said, "Yo, was you trying to send a message? Was Shea getting this MVP?" He said, "Yeah, I was." Like he not making it a secret. And the thing is with him, man, the way he's dominant when he got the ball in his hand on offense, he's probably more dominant defensively. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He about to he about to win it's gonna be a year where this dude gonna get clutch performer, MVP, and defensive player of the year, and they all gonna be unanimous one year. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless like him pulling up down 3 with like 20 something seconds left from like 30 to have the confidence to do that and knock that thing down, man. Like he's well aware of the moment. He knew that was a moment. He knew that was going to be something that they're going to look back at 10 years from now and say, this was the start to Wendy's run right here from this shot. He understands the moment, man, and he don't shy away from it. He won it. You know what I mean? So punking the hell out of Chet. He just it's just it's so many narratives to it all. But like man, he here, and the only injury gonna stop him because he hasn't he doesn't get worse from here.
Yo,
He only gets better. He only gets bigger.
yeah.
He only gets stronger. He didn't even touch his prime yet.
Not even. Not
It's
even.
like
Not even close.
what is League about to be dealing with? Like ain't nothing you can do with that. Yeah, man. So good luck.
And that like so for Wemby, one, they have a complete team. I know Wemby is the face, the featured player on that team. But when you start looking at, like Castle, Fox, Harper, what's the other kid? Vassell, that's his name? Like
Yeah, Devin Vassell.
Champagne, whatever his name. Like they
Champagne, yeah.
got people who do their job. The sixth man of the sixth man of the year is over there too. What's his name? Johnson. I believe. He's over there. Like they have their deep team, their young team, and when
Bunch of
you're
big guards and wings.
with big guards and wings. So yeah,
Didn't even mention De'Aaron Fox.
No, I said him. Like
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't play right. And when he comes back, that's just another steady decision maker. Because I know Castle had like 11 turnovers too, but he never wavered. Like he kept playing with confidence and stuff like that. Right. That was a heck of a game though overall. Right. I think this is going to be a chess match between the two. There's a lot of factors to this game. You had early on when SGA was missing a lot of shots that he normally makes. As well as Fox not being there, right? Then toward the end, I'm looking at like schemes and game plans, how they playing chess with each other. They start to bring Wemby away from the baskets, trying to open up lanes for Shea to get like downhill and stuff like that. Like I think it's gonna be a really good series, but that mentality of Wemby, like no, Wemby don't want to say we can win it the next 3 years. He like now. Like you seen how he approached you even seen how he approached the All-Star game. Like, no, I'm coming to win this shit. Like, I don't know what y'all can do all them tricks if y'all want to. Like, I'm out here trying to win and dominate. But I think it's gonna be fun. I like that Williams came back, right? Off the hamstring. He was actually Caruso. Like it was a bunch of different names like in that game that made it the game that what it's gonna be. And I think you probably see some more games go down to the wire, if not OT, with these two teams.
Right.
I don't think nobody's going to be getting blown out. Like it's too much pride on the line. One, you got the defending champs. Then you got Wemby and his guys. You also got some guys who young and don't know no better. Like Dylan Harper looked like he's in his 10th year. Like he's bullying vets.
Yeah.
I
Right.
can tell you one thing. Dylan Harper just made Fox look like
So what I
Time to go.
just time to go.
what I said I said by the time that next contract is up, we can go ahead on and throw Fox for trade bait.
They could do that this weekend. They could do
Yeah.
that on draft. You know what I mean? Like, and it will get wise value still probably
Yeah.
high.
But he hooping over there.
Yeah.
Fox be balling too, man.
Yeah.
But
Shout out.
he need but Dylan needs to start. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's just he's a star.
He can't continue to come off the bench, play all the minutes.
And he wanna hold that star back, man.
Yeah, you're right. He gonna be
They just
gonna be an all
gotta
NBA player at some point. They talking about him being an all NBA player.
Yeah, man. Like that man, big guard, downhill, nothing they
I
can
tell
do.
you, the game would have looked different though if Castle didn't have those turnovers.
Yeah. But
He was
see, that's the mark of both of these teams, right? Like when you start seeing turnovers and blocks and stuff like that, this is going to be a highly high skilled play between both teams, and then they're both really good defensive teams, both of them.
But what y'all think about the whole Chet and Wemby thing? Like Chet,
he gotta listen. He's gonna be outplayed, but he gotta compete. Like you said it. So like Czech has to compete, and Czech competing looks like, all right, you make shots, you create, you playing hard, because you can get blocks too. You're not 6'10" to 7'5". You right there. Like so, I
He's scared.
like he has to make Wemby play as well, and I
He's
just
scared.
I don't want to. It's one game. I don't want to say he's scared. Let's say
I'm gonna
it's
say
all
because you telling me you gonna have Caruso guarding you all damn game while you there?
No. That's planned.
I understand that, but then that's too much. Like I see you could do a little bit of it and change it up, but he is never going back to him.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, because like, all right, I think with Wemby being so freaking tall, I think instead of trying to match up to get somebody closest to his height, sometimes you want to get somebody a little shorter just because you're chopping at his legs. And as a big guy, anybody that's below you, it kind of subconscious that they below you a little bit. So yeah, you do that. I think you guard him with a Caruso or Dort, and you double with Chet. You know what I mean? And like I think you do something like that. But sometimes you got to take the matchup though too. You know what I mean? And it's all in his body language, yo. His face just looked like he just overwhelmed. I'm like, damn, bro. All right, we know. All right. At this point, we all know he's better than you. When y'all both came in the league together, it was a debate. All right, he's better than you. Cool. Now, he's stronger than you too. Now, you know what I mean? Like, Whitby is thin, but it's lean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's Chet that's like look more frail than anything, but Whitby ain't no little dude. You know what I mean? Like so, you can tell when he bumping dudes, they flying. So. But you gotta compete, man. You gotta compete. You can't. Wemby is just taking this dude heart, man. And like, where's your pride at, man? You let a Frenchman take your heart? You from America, man. you let a whole Frenchman take your heart, man. Like, damn, bro.
So we all know that this is definitely a game of adjustments and stuff like that. So before I say he's scared, I gotta see the next game.
Okay.
He been looking like that all year, man. But hopefully he turn it around.
Check
but yeah. No.
When they
just
play,
know Wemby.
Okay.
Yo, my thing is Wemby's making it known that he don't like him.
Yeah.
And he going at him every time.
Nothing.
Everybody knows. Everybody in the building.
There's no comparison between us. You know what I mean? Like, and Chet ain't saying nothing. Like, I get it. You ain't do nothing to say nothing, but damn, do something. At this point, Chet might as well try to hurt that nigga. Like something. Like, yo, just to show that you're there, bro. Like, man, that's the part that's like, and then you go out there on top of getting your ass bust, and then you shoot like one for fucking like for 15. Like, come on, man. Like, you got a bag. You're not you're not some regular 7-1 dude. You got a hole. You a
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
But hey, we look forward to game 2. You know what I mean? Like you said, we'll see what the adjustments are. They're gonna have to do something though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wimby, that little short lineup with Caruso, Wimby learned that quick and just had them throw it straight up. He couldn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with game 2. But as we move on, Jason Kidd got fired today.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mutually
shout out to
parting
J.
his
Kidd,
ways.
man.
Yeah, yeah, well, he don't. You know what I mean? You already know that Dallas got a new
that was a bit of a
Dallas got a new
surprise.
president.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I can imagine, they're going in a whole different direction. They got Cooper Flag there. I mean, Kyrie's coming back. But I tend to think that they're gonna make some moves. If Jason Kidd decide to leave, they're about to make some more roster moves, and I think Kyrie about to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna figure something out, and they're just gonna go with the whole, new direction, build around Cooper. Who's
Get
gonna be
Kyrie out of
good.
there?
I think so. You know what I mean? If you're gonna build around Cooper, Kyrie, he's still better than Cooper, so he's still gonna have that ball in his head and do what the hell he want. You know what I mean? So, if you're gonna look to do that, you probably got to get him out of there. And especially I think with Kidd leaving, that's just a sign of that right there. And if you can find a taker, with him coming off injury and stuff like that, I think they're gonna look to do that. Where he would go, what that would look like, who knows? But yeah, man, I can see that happening. But back to Jason Kidd though, like, I mean, he still got 4 years on his contract, 40 mil. So I'm pretty sure he ain't crying about it. And shoot.
And I can say it now. After the Knicks lose this finals, he gonna be out here, probably trying to get this job. 'Cause y'all gonna definitely let go Mike Brown. So,
Oh boy.
I mean, look, I'm just saying. Man. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll take him to LA too now. Like, come on, like we can get rid of JJ. Man, fuck JJ.
He
Man.
ain't going nowhere.
Oh man.
Man, fuck JJ, man. He out here thinking he know these X's and O's and want to drink wine with the king, man. Like, nigga, sit down somewhere, man. Ain't win shit. Got our ass booted up out of there, man.
It's gonna be. I don't think Jason Kidd gonna be in a rush to get another job right now. He gonna
Right now.
chill. Might as well take a little break.
Look like a little bit of midnight love over there.
WBLS. Oh man.
Oh man, but you know what I mean? Shout out to Jason Kidd, man. I know he gonna take his time. Hey, 40 million, 40 million. You go on the beach and chill, man.
I wish some was that. Like, why can't all jobs be like that? Y'all want to fire me with some money left on my contract, man?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one thing. These Knicks pissing me off right now, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But
that's for the next show.
Yeah. Yeah, because what we got next, man? We got a little bit of Jaylen Brown and Stephen A. What the hell's going on? And to give a little back history, Jaylen Brown, after the Celtics lost to the Sixers, he goes on his Twitch and complains about Embiid, about the calls and all that stuff, and they lost. So a lot of people had problems with him on Twitch right after the loss. They said that he should give it a day or two before he jumped back on because it looks bad, looks like a sore loser. And Stephen A was one of the people who said it on his platform. Now Jaylen Brown is upset, and they're going back and forth, calling Stephen A a clown, telling him he needs to retire, saying F Stephen A, Stephen B, Stephen C, Stephen D. He's been going on. So now Stephen A just retaliated and said, hey, be careful what you want, because if you want me to be a journalist, I can be a journalist and I can start reporting on everything.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about
They go Stephen A thinking he the final boss.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I can find out the information about you. Man, please, man. I mean, look, man, I think that Stephen, it don't go. It's not about that. Stephen A. had said something about him getting off. About him getting on Twitch right after they lost and things like that, and they should have waited a while. He said, "Yo, you need to shut up and get off of these things." It'd be Stephen A. He said he did the same thing with Jason Hart. With Josh Hart. You know what I mean? It'd be his language, the way he's saying things, and he's making comments about players, telling them what they should do. In a way, he's telling them is just like he's the authority figure around here, and they need to listen to what he's saying. So then when people respond to him, but now he's like, "Oh, you don't want me to do this. You don't want me to do that. Then do it." You know what I mean? What you freaking fake pumping for? Selling wolf tickets, man.
Yeah.
You gonna do it? Do it. Like, and if I'm Jalen Brown, that's what I said. So go ahead and do it. That don't scare me. You can do whatever the hell you want, man. I'm already getting blackballed by the league anyway, so shit.
Oh, yeah.
What's another 8 ball, man? Go ahead and do it.
You know what else too? This is a case of that mainstream media and new media clashing as well. Like I'm saying, like where Draymond he goes on his show almost like after games and stuff like that, and they speak their mind, and then you'll have like so now like I think the lines are blurred. Like what's real journalism, what's not? Who are you to tell me I can't do this? You should be doing that, right? So like it's a clash. He's entitled. Jalen Brown is entitled to go on his platform and do whatever he chooses to. Whether it's not,
Right.
people, fans may say, you should have gave it a day, but that's totally up to whatever he chooses to do with that platform. Like people gonna listen to him. People tuned in to hear what he has to say. He has an audience for it, right? So, um, I think that he should be allowed to do whatever it is that he do. Um, both of them, yeah, like you said, the tone and the choice of words, like shut up and you should do this by Stephen A. That's going to prompt one. Not only do he have his own platform where he can say whatever he want, like this is down there $300 million man. Like you're not going to talk to him like he's a nobody in that sense, right?
Right.
He can literally do what he want. Like
Mm.
he's good. If he never played another game of basketball, he'll be good. So people just need to understand. I guess it's boundaries. What I can say on my platform, which is the new media of today, versus what you do in the mainstream media. It's just separate, and they really don't have to cross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the thing right now is just the clashing of two
Yeah,
personalities, and they trying to get their point across. And at the end of the day, this is only going to boost both of their
you always say it,
views.
man. You always say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? Jalen Brown needs it because he's a new content creator.
Yeah.
This is perfect for him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he knows what he's doing too. He's going to keep going at him and get people to keep tuning into his Twitch.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I hope I hope it don't get no personal or, well, to the point where they're confronting each other, because Jalen Brown was pointing out that when he sees him, he's going to confront him, this and that, whatever. So I hope it doesn't get.
Nobody wins. Nobody wins with that. I'm not gonna hear
No.
you. You ain't gonna hear me. You confront me all you want. Shut up. Like,
So, you know what I mean? I hope things work out the way it's supposed to be, you know what I mean?
mhm.
But, it is what it is. Another day, another dollar for those guys, man.
For
If I
those
had 300 million, I can sit in front of Twitch too.
all day. I'm talking
All
about right after some nonsense too.
Yeah.
So right after that shooting around the way you got on Twitter, yes,
Yeah.
sure did. So you just got fired. You should have gave it a day. Nah.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely. I definitely know about that. You know what I mean? Right after I get fired. Now I definitely could have did that back in the day. You know what I mean? Right
So I mean,
after the break. You know what I mean? Get on Twitch.
we both know about that from being let go from the break.
I don't know about both, but
Huh?
I do.
I had to leave. I was forced out after you left, sir. They blackballed me.
buddy.
They blackballed me.
Oh man, what else we got here, man? I see Y'all saw the Kevin Hart roast?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw it, man.
Ooh.
I you know, I I was entertained. I was entertained.
Listen, hey, so as somebody who, first of all, I don't know if all three of us are right to be commenting on this one. We find everything funny, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I see people, Dr. Umar, oh, he talked about our ancestors. Hey, listen here, pro-black man. Like, I said, one, and this is the other thing too. These people who be having these issues, right? You're not always right. Like the Dr. Umars and other people, you shouldn't have said it was. People need to understand what these roasts are. As somebody who has watched all these roasts, they say some of the most craziest things, whatever, right? Now, also they kind of ask, can they touch on certain,
Right.
right? Like Cheryl Underwood, they were talking about her husband committing suicide, like, but they spoke to her about that, right?
Mhm.
It was some racist stuff in there. But now what you wanna do is, I think you want to allow for black comedians. We have the right to say whatever we want, right? Other people, if we said, then oh no, that's no longer comedy, right? And I'm not jumping on, I'm not defending the white people or the black. Like it's just like pro-black people, we can say what we want about the white people, but the moment that they say something, then it's going to be like a major problem. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. And maybe on your Netflix special, well, that's Netflix, but maybe on your stand-up or whatever, you got the chance of getting canceled and things like that. On these roasts, you can speak freely. That's like what it's about. Like they make light out of all of this stuff, and then at the end, they go out and drink, and they still cool with no problem. So maybe people just have to kind of understand the roast. Like it's, I know they mentioned something about George Floyd not being able to breathe and things like that, and you can hear it in the crowd because it got dark for a minute. But that's what that dude does. Like he kind of he
Tony Hinchcliffe.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's sort of like what he does. But like I'm not I'm not taking I'm not taking no offense to it, and I know I laughed at I laughed at everything that he said because he's kind of rapid with the way with his style of jokes. So yeah, I think, well, one, we're from the ancestors of Richard Pryor who said whatever he wanted. Right, like so
Mhm.
now we're picking and choosing like the king of comedy, Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor, they said whatever they wanted. Like if you could say faggot and stuff like that back in the day, like if you could still say it today, they would be saying it. But because the powers that be has the ability to cancel you, things kind of you gotta censor yourself a little bit. But in those roasts, ain't no censoring yourself. And now it's just on a mega platform and Netflix.
Mm.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed the roast. I'm a huge fan of the roast. You know what I mean? The celebrity roast. I remember they used to be on Comedy Central. You know, the Charlie Sheens, the Donald Trump roast, the Bieber. You know, it was a bunch of them. You know, the Flavor Flav was funny as hell.
Mhm.
You know, it was a bunch of roasts that they was doing on Comedy Central before they moved. I guess they moved it to Netflix. And when you have they call it the dais, you know, all the group of, you know,
Mhm.
celebrities and comics, the mixture of them that's on there, and you know, people write these jokes for a lot of them, you know, and when, like you said, Maul, they're gonna get highly offensive during these roasts. They're not gonna spare anybody. And you know, not just the person who's getting, not who just the person who the roast is on going to get it. It's open to everybody. If you're on that stage, if you're in that audience, you could be a target, and
Yeah.
like you got to be able to take that. You know, pause, and like I felt like the jokes, especially from the white comedians, it was short. It was high. It was high on the racist content, right? On the racial content. Um, you know, Shane Gillis, who I thought did a good job hosting it. He had his jokes. You know, Tony Hinchcliffe, that's his, you know, his stick. You know, what I mean, Paul's like he told the line offensive. You know what I mean? And I've heard him give it to everybody. Pause. You know, so like he doesn't spare. And you know, but if it's funny, it's funny. You know what I mean? You're not like that guy Chud the Builder just calling people N words and saying they chipping out. You know what I mean? You telling jokes and it's funny. And like you said, it's discussions before these things and they're checking and, you know, boom. All right, now we're going to serve it to we're going to deliver it with punchlines and in a way where people going to enjoy it. And I thought it was, you know, a lot of them did well. Some didn't, but all in all, I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good. It was entertaining. It was cool. I'm a
But
fan of it.
it seems like the black people have a problem with this. In your price, Kevin Hart, you shouldn't allow that. Listen, man, some of the like you have
Can't please everybody, man. Everybody
no.
always gonna have the
So
issues.
so you take heavy racist jokes on this one, right? Heavy killing of the of the LGBTQ community and Tom Brady's, right? This is what roasts do. Like they do it. So how can you unless you, so now you want to just end it? Let's just cancel all roasts. Like,
Hmm.
It
hey,
seemed like that's a thing for all comedy for some reason. Like this new generation of watchers of comedy forget that it's comedy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It just seems like they're so sensitive that they forget that the whole objective of watching this is to make you laugh. It's to make light of experiences, life experiences, to make
Hmm.
light of all different type of things. But they seem to forget that all the time, and they get offensive to the comedy. You can see that with Dave Chappelle and other people too, that they get offended. This is
yeah,
comedy, people. You're supposed to laugh. If you don't like it, then don't watch comedy. You know
watch
what I'm
comedy.
saying?
Right.
That's the beauty of comedy. You can watch what's tailored to you. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to remember that, man, as people that, we got to stop trying to change things just because we don't like something. We trying to change it for
Right.
everybody because we don't like something.
How
We
dare
got,
you
we
talk
don't,
about my ancestors? Come over
yeah,
here in a little boat.
we don't like it. Change the channel, man. That's it, man. That's it.
Man, somebody needs to do the background check on Dr. Umar too, man. It's Prince of Pan Africanism, man. We're like, listen, you from like Ohio, bro.
He's from Philly.
You from
Yeah,
Philly. All right,
oh,
cool. So
yeah.
like, come on, bro. You ain't about to be the Prince of Pan
Prince
Africanism,
of
man.
Pan
Like,
Africanism, man.
Oh man,
Excuse
but
me, brother.
I tell you one thing. Anytime Dr. Umar talks, man, them views go straight up, man.
oh
So
yeah.
I can see why they got him on there, man. But you know what I mean. But what we got left on here, man? More. This was one of your topics here, man. So
Yeah. Helping it said I was looking at it today, helping your mate get back on their feet or leave them alone, right? So it was a lady who was on and she was talking about why would she help a man get back? And the word she used was get back on his feet when
mm,
there's already other men standing on their own and doing what they like. You you can just leave. She said pretty much saying like leave them because she's once again is one of them life coaches, right? So we have these life coaches that's leading a lot of these women down the wrong path, right? So
Hmm.
um
a
that
life coach in the bed.
from the bed,
Yeah, from the bed with
yeah,
sheets on cover.
with no man beside her.
Yeah.
Like, don't you gonna tell me about a relationship and you don't have one, right? So, or I should just or it's like some girls should just leave their man and join your cult. Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but it definitely prompts that, like, that question and a lot of thought behind it. Because one, I honestly don't think that um women will actually, I don't know, kind of help to build that person up. Because I think that one part is true. There's a lot of other men that's standing and doing well in their eyes, so they can go be with them. They don't really want to put in that work. I think it would be more joyful, beneficial. You get a lot more take pride in the fact that you guys came up together. That
Hmm.
man that you helped get back on his feet, right? He will be so grateful, and actually, when you're encouraging that person, I'm a person who has been encouraged, to do more and stuff like that by a woman, and it's a lot different than your boys. So that your boys say, "Hey, yo, come on, man, let's do this, right? Like, oh, you can do it." That's great. That's great too. Everybody need that motivation. Like when you do have that sister behind you that's encouraging you, because she don't have to do that. Right? There is
Right.
other men out there that are doing well, but if you have somebody and he fell on hard times, why not? Why not help him get back on his feet? That seem kind of cold, harsh. And men, I know on the flip side, we wouldn't do that. Oh, I wouldn't do that as a man. I think men in those situations, we are probably more equipped to be able to help that sister get back on her feet. Because we'll say, you know what, babe, I'm gonna hold down this house. I'm gonna take care of everything that I need to take care of. While you know what I'm saying, you going back to school or you looking for a new job, I got this, right? On the flip side, I don't think that we're gonna be um we're gonna be then excommunicated, get our balls cut off and things like that, talk down to and stuff like that. If we once had it and now that pressure is now placed on a woman, I'm not sure all women can handle that. So going out there to say, let me just go find somebody who's actually doing well already, so I don't have to deal with this pressure that I'm feeling. And that's something that's I think men can carry that a lot better than women.
Well, I looked at her little spill, and her reasoning of not helping, the man get back on his feet is because once he gets back on his feet, those
He,
are going to be the same feet that leaves the woman after
nah,
he helps.
you think
You
he's
know
sitting there like, yo, I can't wait till she help me get back on so I can leave her.
that don't make any sense to
Yeah,
me personally, but and what I mean, it just seemed like they always try to protect themselves from actually doing the right thing, but it's if we look at ourselves and say, "Hey, we help women a lot too." You know what I
mhm,
mean? And but we usually stick around. We
yeah,
don't think about it as, what, once she gets right, she's gonna leave and stuff like that. You're always looking for it seems like they're always looking for a reason to not do the right thing.
yeah. Hey,
You know what I
James,
mean?
also, whether she's on her feet or off her feet, we'll still love her the same. Because off her feet, we can handle it. On her feet, she can help out if she chooses to. Like we really don't. We her income, her money, her status doesn't matter to us in that sense. That's not why a lot of men. I mean, you're a different type of dude if you with a chick for their money. I just think you're a different type, but that's not one of the factors for us, right? But on the flip side, we have to be able to bring that to the table. What like in today's screwed up world, not only do we need to be able to hold our own, we need to be able to come into their life and then take care of everything on their end with this new way of thinking with social media. I have these girls thinking like, oh, if you gonna deal with me, you need to be able to pay all my bills. Like, slow down, slow down a little bit. Like, but yeah, but like she was saying, like if you are going to walk out on somebody when times get hard, because that's life. Like you up one minute and then things can change. And if you're gonna walk out on somebody just because they're down right now, you should be with nobody. She probably she's a great life coach. Stay by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing y'all talk about because I didn't peep the whole thing, but just hearing that scenario, um, you know, we're we're programmed to kind of save in a sense. So if there's a situation where the person you with for whatever reason fell off the wagon, what I mean, like kind of don't have it, that's not going to be the reason why we get up and leave. You know what I mean? I can't recall a time I heard a dude say, "Yeah, man, but she ain't got no money no more, so I left her." You know what I mean? I never heard that. But you'll hear the other way around. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like he lost his drive. He ain't got. You know what I mean? Da, da, da. So it's unfortunate where it can kind of go like that, where the pressure is always going to be on the man to make sure that they're in a position to be stable, to be somewhat of a provider, and they don't have no room for error in that. To be honest with you, whereas and if the woman does stay, you're gonna get emasculated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're gonna get looked at differently, and that's gonna ultimately lead to you leaving or lead to some big time unrest in the house. And it's unfortunate, but like you would hope that if you with somebody that's not the determining factor. You know what I mean? If you with them and they been just no drive for a long time and they don't plan on doing nothing different, then all right, that's fine. But if somebody's actively trying to do something, actually actively trying to make changes,
yeah,
you was with them, they was up, so reaping the benefits. But now that they're not, now you're making shit hard, and that's bullshit. But that's what it is, though.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. You know what I mean? Just to hear that, hear that, that person talk like that and think that that is gospel. That's kind of crazy to
yeah,
me. You know what I mean? Because not everybody thinks that way. And that's just how it is on social media and stuff like that with these coaches and stuff like that. They spew a narrative and they just think
yeah,
it fits for everybody. Instead of, it's
yeah.
not the case.
Cause one of the two, and because I want to even flip it, right? So the man or the woman, when that happens, I mean, we're talking about the women here, but you know, if one can help them reach this lifestyle that they have envisioned, right? Because that's what I think it is. Like, if you can help me reach that lifestyle that I envisioned, then what's your purpose here? I'm not about to help you to help me get to that in which I envision, right? Like, so I'm not gonna build you up. I'm not going to encourage you and things like that. That take too long. I think a lot of this is a lack of patience, and a lot of it is one you never seen it done, right? People talk about these power couples, right? But this is more so a woman doing well, a man doing well. They come together. It's rare that is woman doing well, man not doing so well, but he has the potential to do well, and you help get him there.
Hmm.
We don't even hear those stories, right? And social media is a microwave, man. Like we think about, oh, these people just got they act together. Like, I wanted to say it here now, like, stop believing that shit that y'all see on social media, man. Like, these power couples are having problems at home. Like, these power couples is not as powerful as you think that they are. Like, they don't have the sums of money that you believe. But it looks good. You
Yeah.
can make a picture look just really good, like, so oh, and if anybody's seen my social media, that Lamborghini that I posted was my boy's, it wasn't mine. So that's just for motivational purposes only. Uh, but yeah, man, I just
Sure.
think that I think is a
You
shame.
sure?
I'm positive. Yes, I could tell you the owner if you're trying to get anybody to go to the prom, he's driving. I'll give you the rates later.
Well,
It's not for me.
nah,
But you know
I'll
what?
bring
You
a
know what?
kid though.
You know what else too, Jay? They grand
What?
they never seen their grandmothers in these strong, powerful couples either. Cause our grandparents
Nah,
wasn't leaving for nothing. Like, they
nah.
wasn't even leaving if they heard that Pop was messing with Margaret down the street. They weren't even leaving for that.
Just
But you
gonna
see,
cut them and then call it a day.
They definitely gonna
yeah,
cry
no,
their ass
yeah.
in that house.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I guess most of them are not in tune with with their grandparents and stuff like that, or even their own parents, because if they was, they see how their parents, how their dynamic was, how they stuck together, and how they made things work to provide for them, and then they totally forget that for their own, because
Mhm.
they everything that they talk about a man goes against their own father.
Sheesh. That's
You know what I'm
cold.
saying?
That's cold.
So imagine that. Imagine you say, "I don't want a man who needs to. I need to help him get right, this and that, whatever." And those are the things that your mom did for your father,
Yeah.
and he turned out good.
Yeah, somebody made you think that was wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. Another good day of good conversation, man. Once again, and hit that like button. If you like this type of content, subscribe. Oh man, had a call. Whew. Subscribe, comment.
Gotta get you back right.
Yeah, man, I'm trying, man. I'm taking cold medicine like crazy. I sweated out the other day. I did a jog around the block. I've been working out trying to just sweat, man. It's just crazy, man. It's not working, but I'm getting there. You know what I mean? But this is Off the Parkway podcast. Once again, I'm your host, James. Newark Brothers to the left, to the right, Big Sue and Maul. We'll see you when we see you. This is episode 40. Don't forget, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check us out all over the place, man.
Get up on them.
F40.
See you when we see you.